Before buying a motorcycle, you should always see how deep is your pocket, whether you will be able to maintain it, whether you'll be able to enjoy it, because there is no point spending everything on your motorcycle and then you struggle to maintain it or fill fuel in it. I think you should keep at least 50,000 or if possible a lakh of rupee extra when you purchase this motorcycle in order to fill fuel in it, do some modifications. I'm sure there is no one who is not gonna modify this bike. This bike has a lot of cool accessories and I am the live example. You saw me, right? In last 6 months I have done 13,000 kilometers on this bike. So maintenance itself takes a huge cost. Then the customization and the fuel are the other major expenses. You need to be ready for all those. If you are not ready, then it will put a lot of pressure on you. All these expenses are only when your bike is in a very good condition and everything is working as expected. Let's suppose something goes wrong and you have to replace something because of an accident, or it can be any issue because of a damage or a slight fall. Then you will have to shell out a lot of money. For that you can keep at least... I could have made this video a lot earlier because I have been owning this bike from last 6 months, right? But I did not want to give any false information or any information based on assumption. I wanted to experience, I wanted to see how is the total cost of ownership, and only then I wanted to give my opinion, and hence this video is coming out right now. If you have purchased your motorcycle after watching my videos, do put that comment in the comment section below. It really motivates me to make more content for you guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's 7 AM in the morning, almost 7:10 AM in the morning. Today I'm going to office at a very early time. Usually I don't travel to office at this time. You guys have seen me traveling in the afternoon mostly. But today, because it's the day before Diwali, I wanted to spend some time at home. I am going to office early and I'll be returning from office before evening itself. And I thought, let me make a video today because today's topic is very important. It's about who should buy this bike, and also there's an update for you that I have removed the sari guard. As you can see, the sari guard is removed and now the bike rear end looks very clean. So let's get started with this video. Something that I can immediately notice after removing the tire hugger is that the tire has become almost flat. It has lost almost more than 90% of its life. I'll have to change it soon, and because of that I'm able to experience loss of grip when I'm accelerating hard. The traction control is kicking in very aggressively in order to reduce the slippage from the rear end. But the good thing is, because the rainy season has ended and now I don't need the tire hugger, I have removed it. Even if I'm traveling to office, there are very less chances that it's gonna rain, so it's not a problem for me anymore. But next year I'm gonna go do the same. I'll install the same tire hugger in the month of July when the rainy season starts, and it will be there till October. So probably 4 months you will see this bike with the tire hugger, and rest of the 8 months without the tire hugger. And I should start to office now. Because the bike was low on fuel, I thought before heading to office it's good to fuel it up, and then I'll show you my ride to office and I'll discuss very important things today. It feels so different traveling in the morning time. I start early because if I'm late by an hour or two, it will take a lot of time for me to reach office. This time is perfect. If I plan to go early to office, I make sure that I start before 7 or at max to max by 7 AM. Or else even if I start at around 8 or 8:30, the office crowd and the school and college crowd, everything comes together and it becomes very difficult for me to travel that 38 kilometers. And the winter season has already onset, so I can see a little bit of fog on the roads. Not sure if the camera is able to capture, but I am feeling a little bit cold. Prior to a week ago it was not like this. It used to be warm at this time, but right now it's very pleasant. I like it. And right now my bike reads 24 degrees Celsius as the outside temperature. This is the perfect riding season for all the bikers, at least here in India. Coming to the topic of this video, that is who should buy this motorcycle. So RS457, it's a parallel twin which has a 270-degree firing order, produces 47.5 bhp and 43.5 newton meters of torque. These are not crazy high numbers. You'll get many other motorcycles which produce way more power than this, but who should buy this bike? Someone like me who has already been on a sub 400cc motorcycle or a 300cc motorcycle, but they don't want to upgrade to something in bigger in capacity, let's say 600 or 800cc motorcycle, then this becomes a perfect choice for them, because it has the power and aggression to keep you excited on the highways. It has that capability to be a daily rider to your office or college, and it will be able to do a bit of touring as well. Depends on the rider. If the rider has the ability to tour for long, then you will be able to do it. But weekend rides and city rides are something which most of the folks do on this motorcycle, so it fits their utility very well. Now, a lot of buyers of RS457 are also seasoned riders. By seasoned riders, I mean to say they have already owned a liter class motorcycle or a sub 600cc motorcycle, but they wanted to have a pocket rocket, like how the Duke 390 came in 2017. That became a pocket rocket. Now this is the pocket rocket of this generation. People who have already owned bigger capacity motorcycles, still they want something more useful and powerful for the city, they go for RS457. Now there is third category of people who have not been on higher capacity motorcycles till date. They have just been on commuter motorcycles. It's a good starting point for them as well, though the power can be little bit intimidating. If you are not used to this power, you can end up in serious trouble. But I think idling 47 bhp is not that scary. If you plan to take it slow, then you will be able to learn a lot on this motorcycle. I have already been on a Duke 390 for 6 years. I know what a 45 bhp power motorcycle feels like. So the power was nothing new to me, but the way the power is delivered on this bike, that's very different. This bike has a lot of power to keep you excited. You will never feel that you are running out of power, at least in the city. So whenever you plan to take it out on the highway, when you hit the top end of the motorcycle, that's when you will feel it should have had a little more juice on the top end. But for most of the rider, the power will suffice. And there was also a comment like, what is the kind of money one needs to earn in order to afford this motorcycle? And it's very subjective. Someone who might be earning 50k or 70k can also afford this bike, whereas someone who is earning around 2 lakhs a month, even they are not able to afford this bike. The reason being the kind of commitment you have in your life, the kind of responsibilities that you have. It depends on individual to individual. So I really cannot answer what is the exact amount that you need to make in order to own this motorcycle, but something that I can answer is what is the monthly average cost that you will have to bear if you plan to purchase this bike. So it gives a mileage of around 22 kmpl in the city. If you are very aggressive on the throttle, it will go beyond 20 kmpl as well. Let's consider 21 kmpl. So that is like 5 rupees per kilometer in a city like Hyderabad, where the fuel cost is 107.5 rupees. It may depend on the cost that is there in your city. The fuel costs are very dynamic from every state to state, so you need to be cautious about that. Let's consider 5 rupees a kilometer. That, and if you are riding, let's say, a minimum of 500 kilometers per month, and so 500 kilometers per month into 5 will be 2500 rupees just for the petrol. And if you plan to take this motorcycle on finance, then you will have to pay an EMI to the bank as well. That will be an extra money. And apart from that, what I have noticed in last 6 months, you can easily expect around 1 rupee or 2 rupee per kilometer for the maintenance per month. If let's say 1.5 rupee per month, so 500 into 1.5 will be 750. Let's keep 1000 rupees for the maintenance of this bike. And considering you are paying an installment of about 10,000 to 12,000 rupees, and then the EMI installment, your fuel expense and your maintenance expense, on an average it comes to around 15,000 per month. If you are ready to shell out 15,000 per month for this motorcycle, then you can go for it. But if you think you cannot spare 15,000 every month, then I think you should consider other motorcycle. This motorcycle is not for you. I'm saying this because few of the maintenance expenses you will not see it every month, but every 2 or 3 months when you see that amount and you amortize it, it comes to 15,000 roughly every month if you have taken this bike on a finance. For someone who can make direct down payment and purchase this bike all upfront, for them this calculation does not matter. They don't even need this video. They can directly go ahead and purchase it. This is specifically for someone who is concerned about if they'll be able to afford this motorcycle or not. But yes, before buying a motorcycle, you should always see how deep is your pocket, whether you will be able to maintain it, whether you'll be able to enjoy it, because there is no point spending everything on your motorcycle and then you struggle to maintain it or fill fuel in it. And in that case, it's better to go for a motorcycle which is lower in price tag than this bike. There you will enjoy more than just buying this bike and keeping it in showcase. I think I was able to answer that question, and the reason why I was saying someone who is earning 2 lakhs also will not be able to afford, because they might have other commitments where they are still not able to spare that 15,000 rupees per month. In that case, even they will not be able to afford this motorcycle. I know these kind of people will be very less, but the first criteria which I spoke about, someone earning 50 or 70k, that's where the major chunk of potential buyer lies. So you need to think about that. And I have got a lot of questions regarding this, so I thought let me make a separate video on that. And if you disagree with my thoughts, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. I am not an expert, I'm just sharing my experiences. Your experiences might be different, and I value all of your opinions. So if you think that something needs correction, feel free to correct me in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to accept your thoughts. And also, I forgot to mention one important thing, that is, all these expenses are only when your bike is in a very good condition and everything is working as expected. Let's suppose something goes wrong and you have to replace something because of an accident, or it can be any issue because of a damage or a slight fall, then you will have to shell out a lot of money. For that, you can keep at least 5,000 rupees extra. So 15,000 plus 5,000, if you can spare 20,000 per month aside, I think you will happily be able to afford this bike. Most of you folks have purchased this motorcycle by looking at my videos, because I have been able to influence most of you guys. So if you have purchased your motorcycle after watching my videos, do put that comment in the comment section below. It really motivates me to make more content for you guys. Since the time I filled petrol, I set the trip meter to 0, and my bike's console shows it's giving 25.7 kmpl in the city. This is what I said about mileage. It really depends on the way you are riding and your traffic conditions in the city. Right now at 7:30 AM, the roads are super empty, and I am keeping it under 100 kilometers an hour. So I'm getting a very good mileage. And if you are stuck in heavy traffic for long periods, then you can easily see the mileage dropping below 20 kmpl. I think you should keep at least 50,000 or if possible a lakh of rupee extra when you purchase this motorcycle in order to fill fuel in it, do some modifications. I'm sure there is no one who is not gonna modify this bike. This bike has a lot of cool accessories. The official accessory list has a lot of things. There are many things which are present in the aftermarket accessories as well. So of course you would like to customize your motorcycle, and if you spend all of your money buying the motorcycle, then you will not be able to enjoy the motorcycle after you have bought it. So it's very important to check your pocket and calculate your budget before you purchase any motorcycle. It's not only about this motorcycle. If you have 5 lakh rupees, go for a motorcycle which costs around 3.5 lakhs or 4 lakhs on road. Keep that 1 lakh extra for the fuel expenses and everything. That way you will be able to enjoy the bike a lot, or else you will just buy it and keep it. You will not be able to enjoy it. And I am the live example. You saw me, right? In last 6 months I have done 13,000 kilometers on this bike. So maintenance itself takes a huge cost. Then the customization and the fuel are the other major expenses. You need to be ready for all those. If you are not ready, then it will put a lot of pressure on you. I did not have anything at home. I think I'll have some idlis over here. I like these roadside idli thela. It's really good and hygienic, free from any contamination. So I usually go for idlis in the morning only. I had a plate of idli and a single dosha, and I think my tummy is full. Let's continue the ride towards office. I think it should take around 20 minutes from here for me to reach office. The distance would be around 10 to 12 kilometers from here. I could have made this video a lot earlier because I have been owning this bike from last 6 months, right? But I did not want to give any false information or any information based on assumption. I wanted to experience. I wanted to see how is the total cost of ownership, and only then I wanted to give my opinion, and hence this video is coming out right now. If you have not seen the ownership video at 12,000 kilometers, I highly recommend you to go through that video. I am mentioning it in the description section down below. You can check it out. You will get some useful insights about RS457 that no one else has shared till now. Simple reason being, no one else has got the chance to ride it for 12,000 kilometers. I have already done 13,000 kilometers on this bike. It was a piece of cake crossing Hi-Tech City, the main IT hub of Hyderabad, because usually it takes a lot of time and I face crawling traffic situation over there. But today I was just gliding through that area. This is what I like about traveling in the early morning. Either I travel before 8 or I travel after 1 PM. If I travel in between this time to office, then I'm gone. I'm about to reach office, so I need to take out my ID card. I take advantage of this red signal every day. Before reaching to office, I need to have my badge on. I have reached my office and it's time to close this video. I hope you found some useful information from this video. If yes, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe to my channel, because it's free for you, but it definitely helps me a lot. And most of the viewers are watching the videos but not subscribing to the channel, and hence I really request you to subscribe to my channel. And also don't forget to post your thoughts in the comment section below. With that, I will sign off from this video and I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.